Field of Dreams. Now, this is quintessential Iowan cinema. If you're from Iowa or if you live there now and you haven't seen this, get the fuck out. It's a film that, in many ways, encapsulates Iowa life and culture, mostly because there's corn everywhere and the old dudes look at you funny when you tell them about the voices. Iowa. 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 I'm not planning on doing as much research for this video as I did for something like the Scorpion King video, because this is more about personal experience, I think. See, I grew up with kind of some older technology for my age. We had dial-up internet in elementary school. I was still playing my older sister's NES. And yeah, we drank from the frickin' hose. But more importantly, we had a VCR and a shit ton of VHS tapes. And that was kind of what I watched as a kid. And this tape, this copy of Field of Dreams, is from that collection. It may be the only surviving tape from that collection. And if you are a Skeleton Felon diehard, if you love this channel like I'm sure billions do, you can go back and see, in a lot of the videos, the tape is there. It's been there. Every place I've lived over the years, I've always put it in kind of a high, honorable spot so it can watch over us and keep us safe. It's kind of a spiritual ward against the forces of evil. Even right now, I have it up on the shelf next to my wife, who we're just gonna move on. It's working. It's a very old VHS and well worn, but you know, it's like putting on an old baseball glove. It still fits. At the start of the film, Kevin Costner is living on this corn farm with his wife and daughter in Iowa. He moved there. He's not from Iowa. Let me make that crystal clear. He's not one of us. But he moves there and he adapts and he's living in the corn. Really fucking obvious Photoshop picture like 5 seconds in. He's standing in front of a boat. He's not in front of that boat. Shut the fuck up, dude. But let's hold the phone on that because he's hearing voices.
Give me a bill. He will come.
He hears what's clearly a whisper and he yells to his wife like a mile away and he's like, "Did you hear that? What was that?" Bro. So, if you build it, he will come. He will come. And this is a bit of a point of interest for me in terms of this film's presentation, because it's not even questioned that this voice that he's hearing is real, it is a ghost, and he needs to build a baseball field. Bro, he's gonna build it. He's gonna build it, and he's gonna come. Shit. Wait. He's beautiful. There are people that question him, that call him crazy, but they're wrong and stupid. Never distrust the voices. The voices are real. Obviously, Shoeless Joe can't leave the giant pentagram you drew underneath the baseball stadium. That's where you trap the spirits in. And he's like, "Hey man, what if I brought my friends here and we all played ball?" And Kevin Costner's like, I love baseball. I love baseball. Now all the boys are here, and they're playing baseball, and they're smacking his wife's ass, and they're spitting chewing tobacco all over the ground, and it's fucking awesome. He loves it. These are some guys you should not let onto your property right here. Unbound by mortal flesh. And his wife's brother, who's a dumb cuck and probably from California, starts coming around being like, "Hey, yo, it's super unprofitable to just have a cornfield where you don't actually, like, harvest your corn and you just play baseball with ghosts. You can't do that." And he's like, "Yeah, I can." And I'm sure that won't come back up later. Then we have the book scene. This scene I would kind of categorize as the "then everybody clapped" type beat. There's a woman up on the mic trying to rile everyone up to get behind banning this book. Ease his pain, bro. You gotta buy him some Xanax. And Amy gets up and goes the fuck off, talking about no aura, no bitches, didn't read the Constitution, probably a communist, just destroys her.
Who wants to burn books? Who wants to spit on the Constitution of the United States of America? Anybody?
This movie rules, dude. I hate communism so much. And this is our segue into the idea of bringing in the author of this book as a character, because at a certain point the author claims that he likes baseball, so that's enough. Bring him in. The voices said so. So Kevin Costner travels all the way across the country to go kidnap this guy while his wife gets fucking accosted by several strange men in their home. Forget the mortgage. You figure it out. You gotta blow all these dudes. Me, I'm playing ball. And it turns out the author of the book is James Earl Jones.
We got a learning disability here.
Kevin is absolutely stunned by this revelation and finds it difficult to explain to James Earl Jones that he's just following the voices in his head. No big deal. Kevin Costner is now pretending to have a gun. So James Earl Jones attempts to kill him with a crowbar. But somehow he turns it around and says, hang on, actually don't kill me. Let's go to a friggin' baseball game. James Earl Jones, he says, you know what? You're right. Let's go to a baseball game. The judgment of the hot dog men.
Dog in a beer.
Then the fucking voices come back and
Go the distance.
no. No, not here. And they say, Kevin, my guy, you gotta go get this other dude. You got one dude, you gotta get two dudes. You gotta go the distance. And James Earl Jones is just sitting there like, I am going to be skinned tonight. He's going to wear my skin as a suit for sure. Anyway, they're driving back. He's dropping
James Earl Jones
off. Kevin's like, geez, that's a real shame you can't fucking hear the voices like I can. That sucks. And James Earl Jones is like, actually, I can.
I don't believe I'm doing this.
Doc Grave is dead.
The boys can't get back together, except there's a magic baseball field where they can. Oh shit. Kevin, undeterred, starts wandering around town, really embodying the crazy person energy that's been guiding him this whole time. Just sees a random old man walking down the street, accosts him. Are you the ghost? Are you the ghost of the baseball? Are you baseball? Kevin accosts him. Kevin accosters him. And he's like, yo, come play baseball. And the old man's like, no, I'm old. And as they're leaving, as they're driving away, who do they come across but old man Young? In fact, Young Man is just walking along the road hitchhiking. They pick him up and he's like, man, I can't wait to go to Iowa. There's so many ball games to play there. And James Earl Jones and Kevin Costner like look at each other and they're like, yeah, you're gonna play with some balls, kid. And they speed off with fucking Iron Maiden playing and never see the boy again. The boys have been in the yard fucking smoking weed and drinking for 2 weeks. Please, you have to do something. They introduce old young man ghost to the other ghosts playing ball, which I don't really know how that works because like none of those guys were in Iowa at that time, so they brought themselves to the field. But I guess old young man needed the invitation because he wasn't on a team, so he doesn't get the spectral binding that brings you to the field.
Hey, it's time to quit all your little fantasies and come down to earth.
It's not a fantasy, Mark. They're real.
They come to Iowa for reasons they can't even fathom.
And the brother is like,
I'm gonna call emergency.
Annie, wait.
What?
don't call 911. The baseball can save her. Send her out on the field. The old young man ghost, now apparently trapped inside of the field since they brought him here. He had no problem traveling around beforehand. Now that he's in the field, the rules are such that if he steps out of the field of dreams, he can't go back. And you can tell that's the case because once he steps out, he transforms into old man form, which has the power to heal people who fell off the bleachers. So he has to shift into that form in order to diagnose that, in fact, the fall had nothing to do with it, and she choked on a hot dog. And basically anyone could have solved this by patting her on the back. But whatever. Now the ghost can never go back and play ball with his boys. He is trapped in the void for all eternity. I guess it was worth it. What a nice gesture. What a nice guy. That was his last ride. He can't go back to baseball. It's like in Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage when old Ghost Rider is like, this is my last ride. I can't go back to playing baseball. Somehow through this exchange, the Cuck brother also gains the ability to see the spirits. And now that he is certifiably crazy as well, he goes,
You gotta keep this farm.
people are going to pay a fortune to sit there and look at nothing. Let's fucking do it. And that's when James Earl Jones hears the angelic call of sweet, sweet death.
Hey, do you want to come with us?
You want to die, old man? Oh, fuck. By the way, missing persons report has been filed for him, so I don't know how that's going to work out when he disappears at Kevin Costner's cornfield, and there's no way to prove that they were in cahoots. Just kind of looks like you kidnapped and murdered an old man. Whatever, not our problem. The movie ends before we deal with that.
If you build it, he will come.
And I don't just mean he will come, I mean he will come. Kevin Costner turns around and holy shit, oh fuck, it's his dad as a young man. It's young dad.
I only saw him years later when he was worn down by life.
That's such a weird thing to say about seeing your dad as a young man. I only saw him years later when life wore him down. Like, no shit. Like, what do you mean? It's as if he's like an encounter and not your father. I only saw the beast long after it lost its pride. And I totally forgot to mention this because I'm doing this shit on the fly, but like half the movie's kind of about Kevin's relationship with his dad. His dad's favorite player was Shoeless Joe Jackson, which is why Shoeless Joe is the one that first appears. It's all about the dad. I forgot to mention it because I don't care about my dad. I hate my dad. But, you know, in this movie, the dad is all important. Basically, the idea of failing to chase your dreams, of growing up and realizing that if you wanted to do that shit that you've wanted to do for years, you probably should have done it years ago. You know, I think that's horrifying. To end up a bitter old man who's bitter and old because of what you did to yourself. And that kind of makes me think about this YouTube channel in a way. The idea was we'd all upload our own videos and it would kind of keep us together. It was sort of, if you build it, they will come type situation. Just like the ghost of Shoeless Joe and all his pals, I just got to keep thinking, you know, if I build this, if I keep this thing up, if I keep trying, then it's gonna happen. Or if it doesn't happen, then I'm gonna learn something along the way. There's a purpose to it. I have to do it. I will do it. The voices are telling me to do it. So, in a way, I needed this. I needed to watch this. I needed to revisit this part of my childhood that's kind of been with me all along, just to remind myself, hey, we're doing this for a reason. We're doing this for the fucking boys. For Skeleton Felon, baby!
James Earl Jones.
When Kevin Costner was just Lil Kev, he ran away from home. He said, Dad, I'm not dealing with your shit anymore. And specifically, he told him he couldn't respect a man whose hero was a criminal, because his dad's hero was Shoeless Joe, and he was involved in that scandal where they allegedly rigged the World Series. But in this movie, that's not true. Shoeless Joe Jackson is a hero in this house. End of story. Now that Dad is back in young man form, he can kind of reconcile a little bit. One important part of Iowa culture is that if you ever wrong someone, especially in a way that you can never take back because they died or something, you can always just do manual labor. And with enough manual labor, you kind of undo the sin. And then you're clean in the eyes of God and his cornfields.
Hey, Dad?
Who the fuck are you talking to?
You want to have a catch?
I mean, this is Iowa culture. Look, all right, this is what it's all about. All right, strong family values, America, fuck communism. This is what we do here, boy. This is what we do. That's the ending of the movie, lads, and I think that's the most American Iowan thing you could possibly do. It's just a boy and his dad playing catch, and you see everyone showing up to the field, probably to purchase it because it's now worthless and foreclosed. We never really resolved that plot. Fuck, dude, they're coming. They're coming to Iowa. So many people are coming. Fuck. That was absolutely a cinematic experience right there. Oh, they even had Sneed, Seed, and Feed in this movie? Oh, wait, hold on. The voice as himself. Excuse me? Excuse me? Himself as the voice? What? Who? Editor, figure that out. Pull up the voice. Well done. Well done, bud. Oh, and the tape totally fucking broke my VCR, too. So, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. My final rating for this film? Well, that's got to be a home run out of 10. Get on out to theaters and see it before it's too late, because they built it, and let me tell you, you're gonna want to come. We're out here, Iowa. Oh, is that the Field of Dreams? That's got to be the Field of Dreams right there. I think we're coming up on the Field of Dreams. Howdy, camera boy. That's better.
What are we getting up to today?
Well, take a look in the glove box.
Baseball?
Baseball!
We're gonna finally have the catch.
That's right, son. Oh yeah. Oh baby. This what she sees. And this what she sees.
This?
Oh, mystery.
This is what she sees.
That's what she sees right there.
Fucking Hall of Dreams closed for the season. That's what that says. I know it's SED. It says closed. Fucking closed. They got a picture of Shoeless Joe Jackson, Ray Liotta, from the movie. Let me in. Where's this? What she sees.
That's a Field of Dreams. Oh shit, is that the Field of Dreams? That's a Field of Dreams. Wow.
Yeah, in the movie, he's like laying in bed, and he looks out in the field, and Ray Liotta's just like standing out there in the darkness. But it's not scary, it's actually like inspirational. You want that catch, son? It's over. It's over. We're going home. We're going home. We're going home.